Hi guys! Welcome to your last class in Topic 5 about soil systems and society. Today we're going to tie together some of the ideas about terrestrial food production and the different characteristics of soil in the idea of soil conservation and degradation. So we're going to go over the things that cause soil degradation and why soil conservation efforts are important. So let's get started. The first thing that we are going to talk about is where degraded soil occurs. So if you can see on this map, these areas where the picture is a little bit orange, these are areas of degraded soil. And you can, this is sort of growing to become a problem that is taking over the whole world, especially when you consider the idea that some of these areas of degraded soil are where we get a lot of food from, like Southeast Asia. So there's a few different causes for soil degradation. Erosion can cause soil degradation. And more significantly, over-farming and unsustainable agriculture can cause soil degradation. And we are culpable for that. We participate in a system of over-farming and using soil too much to produce food for ourselves. When you look a little bit more in depth at the causes of soil degradation, you can say there's obviously erosion, and then that can lead to the problem of salinization. Remember, that's translocation in an upward direction. There's also the idea that desertification and climate change is leading to soil degradation, and also urbanization. As we're creating more environments where people can live, that's bad for soil because soil becomes compacted, soil gets pushed into areas where it doesn't naturally exist, and those are problems. There are possible solutions. A lot of these are pretty technocentric solutions. The idea that we need to maximize yield, do different things in technology to explore GM crops and how we're dealing with irrigation. A new green revolution to look at closed system farming, so where we can have the outputs of the system feed back in and create more food. But down here, we have a little nod to anthropocentric ideals, this idea of monitoring and control, and then even to ecocentric. We need to change our attitudes and put the importance of ecology more at the center of our thinking, and maybe stop eating so much meat. Because as we said before, if you're going to eat meat, you need to get the energy from the sun. The energy from the sun needs to flow through the level of the food web where all the plants are, and then into the animals. And there's a lot of energy lost between this step and this step. So if people are just immediately eating animals, you don't need to worry about all the processes that are happening over here. So when you look at soil degradation, there are some significant examples of these causes of degradation that we were just discussing. Overgrazing happened in a really significant way on the African continent in the 1970s. You might remember that there was a big famine, and part of this was due to a drought, but part of it was due to misuse of land, of limited land that was available for agriculture. Overcropping contributed to the Dust Bowl in the United States in the 1930s. Deforestation is happening right now in all the major rainforests in the world, especially in Indonesia for palm oil, as we talked about before. And over-farming is happening in the Midwest. We are exhausting our soil resources in the United States and all over the world. And our general solution for that is just to dump more fertilizer into the soil. But eventually, that's not a sustainable answer to the problem. We need to be creating a healthy soil system. And in order to improve soil in a meaningful way, these are some of the solutions we can look at. Soil conditioners can change the chemical makeup of soil. Wind reduction over areas of agriculture can reduce erosion. And soil conserving farming is really important. So looking at the lay of the land and the crops you have available and creating the soil and farming plan that makes the most sense for the land, not just for the people. So the land over the people, because there's not going to be any people if we ruin all the land. Another sort of farming conservation technique that you can use is crop rotation, and then improved irrigation is important not only for saving water, but because this decreases leaching that happens in soil. So it decreases the chance that the nutrients naturally present in soil will get washed down and out of the soil profile. So with all of these different aspects of soil degradation and conservation in mind, I want to take a look at the homework for this lesson. So if you're following along in the reading, you should be on page 265, and you should read 265 to 271 in the textbook. And then for your homework, you are going to have a paper 1 case study question set that is based off of a video resource. So in your worksheet, you have a link for a video that has to do with liming of soils in Western Australia. I want you to watch the video and then try to answer the 6 associated questions. The video is only about 8 minutes, and honestly, you should get the answers to all of the questions in about the first 6 minutes. So give that a go, and when you are ready, check your answers in the review lesson. See you there.